wish. Go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Ay, ay, go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Like
work the middle, 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 work the.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
yards on the pickup. It's
Singletary here running out of the gun. And he's got room. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
6 yards.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They do go for it. It's Murray. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the 1st.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On the handoff, it's Singletary. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Singletary, the Bills ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And out on the pitch, the ball's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Buying time to his left. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's the fullback. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Makes the score Bills 7.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. There on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in at mass.
And got his man complete. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he knocks it through.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. On the move to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
On play action, it's Murray. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
A gain of 29 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And some room to roam now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
The ball carrier.
Devin Singletary, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again, McDonald. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
At the 5-yard line.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the
Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the #2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Albert O with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
5-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Murray steps away to his left. He's going deep for Brown. They find some open field here. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Now a handoff as they run left side. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a gain of 35. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kyler Murray, 28 yards. And the Bills have retaken the lead. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. McDonald. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At the 38-yard
well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, McDonald. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Saints have retaken the lead. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Saints 24. Bills 21.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And now look at him go.
What you doing out there, boy?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Bills 28, Saints 24. Tyler Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
For 17.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times for passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Now they try the right side here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one.
To go in this one, that's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Murray now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play. First down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
First down, Murray. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Zach Boyd make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Murray, that's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And out across midfield down to the 45.
Murray's pass.
Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Flushed out right. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Yardage brought down at the 32. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you...
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
Murray's pass complete.
Dawson Knox with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McDonald. He'll get that complete to Aguero. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. On first down, McDonald. That's complete, Okuebuna. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
22 more yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The Bills ball carrier.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Back at the 41.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown.
Dawson Knox, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have broken the tie. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Bills 42. Saints
after the
35.
touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Fair catch made made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's McDonald. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Albert Okwuegbuna with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Good. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Complete to Isaiah.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Yard line, 2nd and 9. On the give, this is Singletary. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now this time, Murray to throw it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Murray has the first down and more. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Six yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
16-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Play fake. Murray eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They go right back to Singletary. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass.
For the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Buffalo, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Saints, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
She back got me.
That boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes